Go.
Hello everybody, I'm Kat, and I am using my Kitchenarm bread machine today. What I'm making is something a little off the rails. I'm, yes, swaying from a recipe. I've been baking bread for, goodness, 25 years now, off and on. So I feel comfortable with the recipes, but I'm not used to totally following one, so it's the mistakes from the other time. I'm also using grams instead of measuring cups because everything I do, I just about use my scale, so I'm really comfortable using my scale. So on this recipe, I'm using the milk bread recipe, sorta. I am gonna modify, and I'll put down in the description below what my recipe is gonna be. So, I am going to start with, theoretically, 300 grams of whole milk. I don't have whole milk, I have 2% milk. So I have a little bit of cream in there. So about a quarter cup of this is the cream. So I'm making a really rich bread. It's my husband's birthday. And I'm going to make some chocolate chip bread. So there's the milk and cream, and that was approximately 300 grams of milk and cream. So now I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of butter that I've pre-melted. And I just want to say I warmed the milk up in the microwave. Here's my unsalted butter. That's 3 tablespoons. I've got, the recipe calls for 1 3/4 tablespoons of sugar. This is going to be a really, really sweet bread. He didn't want a birthday cake, so we're doing this chocolate chip bread. This is 3 tablespoons of sugar. This is going to be his birthday cake, only his birthday bread. So that's 3 tablespoons of sugar. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt. I've got approximately 399 grams of flour. Once again, I'll put this recipe down below. And I tend to start winging things, and I'm attention deficit, so the only way I'm going to remember this recipe is if I tell it to you and put it down and go back later and look, because I'm one of those people that I'll remember it. Yeah, no, I won't remember it. Okay, so I've got the flour. And level out the flour. Making my little divot for my yeast. I pre-washed my hands. So put the yeast in. This is 1 1/4 teaspoons active yeast. And I'm going to put this in. For the record, I have 74 grams of chocolate chips. I found another recipe that said 65 grams in this recipe book for a chocolate chip. But I don't want to add in the cocoa. So he didn't want the cocoa, so let's see if I can get this better. So I added a little bit more chocolate chips. I'm going to add the chocolate chips in on the add setting. Okay, plugging it in. Once you get everything ready, it's really quick. It's just getting it all prepared. So I'm using 1.5 pounds. I'm going to use the crust color of Light because it has so much sugar in it. So Light right there should be 3 hours and 9 minutes. And I'm going to use the milk bread, which is the basic menu 1, which is already on basic menu 1. So here we go. Look at that. Whoop. told Ben ever before. I would have wondered why it never... Well, this is going to be fun. Okay. You can go ahead and pause. Okay, take 52. So, I'm showing you how I fixed how I'm fixing the issue of forgetting to put the paddle in. I'd washed this just before. Anyway, I had taken the part with the yeast, put it in there. I took out part of the flour, put it in there. So I'm just going to go back and put this back on. I'm just showing you. And if it works, then great. You just don't need to waste precious resources. This stuff costs a lot of money. Especially with the cost of all the groceries now. So my yeast will not be in a well, but it will be fine.
So I would have thrown it away and started over.
Right. I'm not going to do that because I'm too cheap. If it didn't work out, maybe I won't show the video. But no, I'll still show it. Okay. And I'm hitting start. I'm hitting start. Why is it not doing start? Okay, so it's still on Light Crust. I think it's mad at me now. We're going to give it a second to start. Anyway, we'll come back once this is going and I'll show you pictures here and there. All right. Okay, so now I have 74 grams of chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chip morsels. I don't like chocolate, so this bread is safe. It's time to add. I'm just pouring it in there. And we're looking at about 2 hours and 18 minutes left.
And this is what pops out.
Uh-oh, that's not what pops out. It says birthday chocolate shake. He likes chocolate. Okay, we'll be back. We have 53 minutes left to go. Look at that bread rising. Look at the bread rising. Okay, let's see you back in about an hour. Okay, I just wanted to show you how much this has risen now. This is the 1.5 pound. We are almost at the window. Just a little bit more space. So 1.5 pounds is probably really the max that this bread can go. All right, we'll be back in about 45 minutes. Okay, we are done. And looking in the window, now we get to raise it up. And see how it rose in the pan? That's 1.5 pounds. So, where do you think that 2 pounds is going to go? All the way up there. Okay, I'm going to pull this out now. Okay, so now that I've gotten it out, I'm going to let it sit here for a few minutes to cool down before I pull it out of the pan.
Go.
Okay, so that's where the paddle was. Here is my loaf of chocolate chip quick white milk bread. I'm going to make some cuts from it and let my husband taste it. Look at that inside. I'd say chocolatey goodness, but ugh. Well, I'm going to try it around here. Is there anybody else out there like me that doesn't like chocolate? Please say I'm not the only one. I know that there's people with food allergies to chocolate, but I just don't like it. I can't. It just doesn't taste good to me. What do you think that looks like to you? Does that look okay? It's your bread.
I don't know.
You don't know? Does it need to be chocolatier next time?
Don't know. I haven't tasted it.
We'll find out. Okay, I'm just going to leave. Okay, so I want your honest opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to say. Does it need to be chocolatier? Does it need to be... I put quite a bit of sugar in it.
It's pretty good.
Oh, cool. Well, he's going back for more. So, okay. Well, happy birthday, babe. And he's going to enjoy his chocolate chip cookie. His chocolate chip bread.
It's almost a cookie.
It is almost a cookie? Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.